Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my channel for another Hot Toys Secret Base figure preview video. Before we begin, I have to say a massive thank you to Ryan Kirkwood for going out in person and snapping these stunning high-res pictures. Show Ryan some love in the comments below, because without him, this series literally wouldn't be possible. If you are looking to pre-order your very own Avengers Mech Strike Black Panther, yes, it is seriously called that, there is a link in the description below to toyswonderland.com. They do have pay in 4 and a reward system. While you're down there, why not hit that subscribe, bell notification icon, and join button so you're notified as soon as a brand new review or figure preview video goes live on the channel. Now, when I first saw this thing, my initial reaction was, oh no, what is this? This thing is a monster. Have I come round? Kinda, but also sorta no, not really. I still don't know where this is going to go in the collection. For now. Now, for some reason, every time Hot Toys thinks, oh, we're on to a winner, baby, we're going to make something really wacky and really out there. We're going to collaborate with an artist. And when they do, sometimes it works, but most of the time, it kinda doesn't. I'm looking at you, clear plastic comic concept Iron Man. This one, though, is very unique, and if they do an entire line of mechanized Avengers, then maybe it can work, and it's diecast, and it actually does transform into a Panther. So maybe. That's where I'll leave it for now. We'll touch on whether or not this is going to make it into my collection. Spoiler alert, yes. Later on in the video, and why. Now, this guy comes with some hands. He also comes with some NG effect accessories, LED light up, and he also has some luminous reflective paint. Basically a fancy word for that UV paint. You shine a UV torch on it, and it kinda glows. Not my favourite, but at the very least, you have both options, LEDs and also the glowy paint. Now, the display base, you all know this, I've complained about it a ton of times. I loathe this style of display base. It's so impractical. I feel like I always need to explain why I hate this thing, and I'll do it just one more time. There's points on either side, so you can't have figures butted up against the side of the base. There's a point at the back, so you can't have it butted up against the back of the cabinet. And the flight stand is all the way at the back of the display base, so when you have him standing there, chances are he's going to kinda be towards the rear. Where, for me, I prefer my figures to be in the middle of the display base, and if you do that, there is a ton of wasted space here. Hence, no, don't love the base. Now, the figure himself is an all-new design, unlike previous mech concept Iron Man figures where they have reused parts. This time, they haven't. So, maybe they are setting up this new mold with the very angular, sharp edges to be their new base mold for more Mech Strike figures. That is absolutely a possibility. But seeing as though that comic book Origins version of Iron Man kind of came and went, and we only ever saw a War Machine and a stealth version, but nothing else, yeah, I don't think they're going to go too deep into this line, because the reaction by a lot of Hot Toys collectors, not super positive. I do like the build. It's nice and skinny, very athletic, like a Panther. You do have various armor plates that make up the musculature. You've got abs and you've got definition here and there, and like I just said a second ago, it is very angular. There are a lot of harsh sculpted lines, some straight edges, and I dig the little scripture that's been printed on the surface. What does it say? Probably not anything. It's probably just a really unique design, and I do also absolutely love the pops of purple. If this guy was just black and silver, it'd be far too boring. So sprucing this guy up with a pop of color every now and then, always a good thing. There is also some translucent plastic, and I assume that's for the light to pass through for the LEDs. I can also spot an LED on his chest, which I don't love. That's really visible, Hot Toys, so please, for the final version, tone it down, put some diffusion paper or something over the top of the LED, just so it's not as visible as it currently is. Now, the joints, super visible, but it's a die-cast figure. That's kind of par for the course here. He also does have some of those kind of energy weapons. I am so sorry, I haven't read the comic that this look is based off, but if you have, and you feel like it gives this guy a bump in terms of cool factor because the source material immediately makes him so much better, let me know down below. I might give it a rate. Now, honestly, I have no idea where this guy's going to go in the collection, because yes, I'm getting him. I want to give this guy a review. He's the first figure in a brand new line. It's worth checking out. But where does he go? Does he go with the Iron Man figures? Does he go with the 3-0 Transformers, because he does turn into a cat? Does he go with the Black Panther display, or does he go with the concept figures? Or he could potentially go with the comic-style Marvel figures. So many options. Once again, weigh in down below. Now, the helmet does kind of look like Black Panther. I mean, you have the suggestion of ears, and the little mouthpiece kind of looks like a cat. It is very angular, though. It comes to a very sharp point around the front. I also, once again, like that scripture, but not really screaming Black Panther for me. The subtle hints here and there definitely help sell it when you tell someone who this is, but if he was just standing there in the collection, not holding any weapons, not having his claws out, not in Panther mode, and not on his display base, a lot of knots there and probably not very likely, I don't reckon anybody would know who this guy is. There are those suggestions, like he does have the diamonds that are supposed to mimic Black Panther's necklace, but come on, it's just a fully black mech head to toe. The pops of purple and the subtle hints, they're not enough to sell this guy as Black Panther, at least not for me. So, what about Panther mode, I hear you ask? Yeah, this guy does transform. This is technically Hot Toys' first official Transformer. Now, I know they made Optimus Prime, but he didn't transform into a truck. He was just a figure. This guy, he does transform. It ain't a 2-pack. This is the same figure. Now displayed in Panther mode, oh, this kind of worked for me, and this is why at the start of the video I said I was being won over, because having a just humanoid Black Panther in a mech suit doesn't really work for me, but having a mech Panther that you can pose alongside your regular Black Panther, now that's interesting, because this could have been something Shuri cooked up in the lab. It's some kind of robot Panther companion to T'Challa. So now I'm starting to pay a lot more attention, and because it's literally just the figure on all fours, we should have a really decent amount of articulation. And he has a tail. Where does that tail go when he's in Black Panther mode? But technically they're both Black Panther modes, robot/humanoid mode, I have no idea. How posable is it? Also no idea, but it does look like it's made up of a bunch of ball joints. Either way, this look is the look for me, which is kinda crazy, because even with my Transformers, I always prefer the bot mode, but with this guy having this robotic Panther in the collection with the big sharp claws, the pops of purple, the UV reflective paint, and the LEDs, oh yes, this guy is 100% making his way into my collection in Panther mode. Do you all like this though? Is this something you would like to see Hot Toys continue with? Because I'm kind of not so sure, because, okay, let's just say they make a mechanized Iron Man with the super sharp angular lines. I know Iron Man's already mechanized, but you know what I mean. A very geometric style Iron Man in this mech strike line. What would he transform into? An iron? Probably not, but seriously, if they remove the transformation gimmick, especially for Black Panther, it kind of defeats the whole purpose for me. So we will have to wait and see how this line progresses. For now, I am curious. Now, if you are looking to grab one yourself, he is available with toyswonderland.com. Link for that is in the description below. They have pay in 4 and a reward system. While you're down there, why not hit that subscribe, bell notification icon, and join button if you like the sound of seeing your name in the end credits of my reviews. Like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next video.